We are going to present our slide. We are focusing on teacher clarity, feedback, and classroom discussion, and specifically thinking prompts today on our presentation. Um, First, we have teacher clarity with the effect size of 0.75. The purpose of teacher clarity is to provide clear learning intentions for students daily. Students need to know what their goals are for each day so they can be successful. In order to implement that, you need to share rubrics and you need to model this so that they are able to implement this task each day and assess to identify who needs further support. Teacher clarity is the ability to clearly communicate the daily learning intentions to success criteria for each lesson. Clear learning intentions are based on standards and describe skills, knowledge, and mindsets students need to be successful in each part of the lesson. Success criteria describes for the student the specific attributes of what success looks like when the student reaches the learning goal. The purpose to have teacher clarity is to allow students to be able to ask and answer the following questions each day. The three questions that were key in this specific topic is what am I learning today, which is the learning intention. Why am I learning this, the relevance, and how will I know that I learned it, the success criteria. Teachers ensure clarity by providing each of the following: a student-friendly, standard-based learning intention for the day's lesson, explicitly success criteria, for example, using your rubrics and to demonstrate the mastery, and reminders of the learning intention at each transition point throughout the lesson. A final assessment of student learning in relation to the success criteria. Learning experiences and instruction that strategically embed the instructional priorities.
The next topic is feedback, and it has an effect size of 0.73. Students need to be provided with effective feedback from their peers and their teachers. Feedback that is provided should be positive feedback and encourage the students to work harder and, that's not what I want to say, not work harder. The feedback should be positive. Effective feedback is in the top 10 influences on achievement. Feedback works at 4 levels and addresses 3 questions with not only students but also educators. The first level is self, which is praise. This does not contain task-related information. It is helpful and expected, but it provides little for the 3 essential questions. The next level is task. It's the most common in classrooms. It is helpful in guiding students towards self-regulation, and it's more powerful if information is focused and builds more surface knowledge. The next level is process. It is more effective and it enhances deeper thinking and learning. This feedback is used to focus on the processes for task completion. And the last one is self-regulation. This is where students monitor their own progress and success, and it allows them to use their feedback more effectively. Effective feedback should provide students with the answers to these 3 questions. The first question is, where am I going? Teachers need to communicate the goal of the lesson and what are the learning intentions and success criteria. 2, how are they going? This lets the students know that they are progressing to how they are progressing to the final goal. At this stage, it evaluates performance based on expected standard and prior performances. This allows the students to make corrections towards ultimately mastering the learning intention. And the last is, where to next? This question helps guide the students to choosing their next appropriate challenge. It guides the students to their next goal and helps them look back on previous learning and how to self-regulate their learning for their future. Students must be taught how to receive, interpret, and use feedback for it to be effective. If students do not know how to interpret the feedback, it doesn't matter how much feedback is given to them. Feedback is more than just grading. Providing students with written feedback is more effective than just providing a score and feedback together.
And finally, classroom discussions. It has an effect size of 8.82. We're going to focus primarily on thinking prompts within classroom discussions. They're used to provoke conversation, dialogue, and deep thought. Some examples of thinking prompts would be video clips, articles, photographs, cartoons, problems, works of art, music, and artifacts. Thinking prompts should be proactive. That means leaving people wanting to talk. Thinking prompts should also be personally relevant, allowing us to process information in a personal way in order to make a connection to other ideas. Thinking prompts should be concise. Emotional impact is potentially lost over longer periods of time. Also, thinking and discussion time is key to thinking prompts effectiveness. They should also be complex, with many ways for people to see and vicariously experience the event and encourage different perspectives. Thinking prompts should also be positive. Each prompt impacts the culture of the classroom and as such can be used to positively influence the learning environment. There are 4 things that thinking prompts accomplish. Promotion of dialogue. Effective prompts decentralize the classroom by focusing energy on an item and encourage all participants, including the teacher, to think together. Thinking prompts also provide creation of learning connections. Prompts can help students break down bigger ideas into more easily understood parts, as well as join those parts to previously held knowledge or skills, which increases understanding and retention. They also accomplish increased engagement, variety of source material, and the opportunity to make personal connections make it more likely that students will find the material relevant and worth their time. Finally, thinking prompts accomplish provision of background knowledge. This helps students fill in gaps in their existing knowledge of a topic. Thinking prompts make it more likely that students will learn new information related to that topic.